Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to analyze my shopping as well as consumption habits. I have been tracking how many products I've bought and finished this entire year, and I broke them down by category. So I really wanted to do this at the beginning of the year just to get an idea of where my money is going and how many products I'm actually bringing in versus getting out. And I'm just kind of blown away by some of these categories. Some I knew and tried to be mindful of not purchasing too much, while other categories I just went crazy. So let's dive in. This first category I think is probably the most impressive. So I put moisturizers and lotion together, so like face moisturizers and then body lotions. I finished 28 products this year and I only purchased 7. So I feel like that's really impressive, but then also says a lot about me of how many products I actually have. And it was really just like mind-boggling to see that. So like I have kind of like different storage areas. So like in my bathroom closet, I will keep a lot of my body lotions in there. And then like where I keep my day-to-day stuff, I usually keep like 2 to 3 face moisturizers there. I like having different options as well as like for day and night. And then I like to keep at least 1 hand lotion there. And I know I go through hand lotions like crazy, so I usually do buy like 6 at a time. But wow, to finish 28 and only have bought 7, that's a little concerning to me. I am trying to work through my stock of things and I'm planning on doing a no buy for next year. So I'm hoping these numbers can kind of help me, give me some direction to set my goals for how many products I want to finish in each category. This next category is primers, and I finished 3 and I bought 5, but I feel a little better about it because 2 of the 5 were like eyeshadow primers, which I didn't have before. So I feel like those were pretty necessary for how much I do eyeshadow. I certainly don't need 5 primers, but I really do like having them for different needs or working with different bases. Not all my primers work equally with all my foundations, so that's kind of like behind the scenes detail of why I have so many. But I would like to just have like 2 in the future, not counting eyeshadow ones, so I guess 4 then. I feel like that is a reasonable number. I do have one that I don't like at all, so I'm hoping to finish that and then I will be kind of in my target goal. Alright, this next category is embarrassing. I'm doing this to really just feel like a reality check on my shopping habits because some of these I went crazy in. So this one is foundations, and I'm counting like skin tints, like anything that is a full base coverage. And I finished 2 and I bought 8. You guys, I have a problem. I don't know what happened this year. There were just so many different foundations that I was interested in and I kind of just bought them. And there are definitely even more that I'm interested in. I don't know what my problem is with that. And I really, again, just want to like address my shopping habits and kind of like use this as a guide for my future. But there's no reason why I need 8. And I definitely have more than 8. I already had some before I bought those 8. This really is just like a little upset. I'm a little upset with this because it's more of just like, what was I doing? The past like 2 months, I have been very good about like seeing something tempting and then stopping myself from wanting it, especially foundations. My boyfriend was placing an order for me. He was buying something for me and he wanted to get the free shipping, so he needed another product. And he was like, oh, do you want this? And I was like, I do, but no, do not buy that for me because it was a foundation. And you know, I think part of addressing your shopping habits is having these uncomfortable moments of saying like, oh my god, why did I buy 8 foundations in a year? I have 1 face. Like I was able to finish 2 foundations this year, so that's 4 years of foundation. Like I already have others. There's no reason to have that. And I'm sure within 4 years, I would be interested in other foundations. So this is really just like a wake up call to say, okay, I am cut off from foundations. I already am working on creating a list of like how many products I want to finish by next year in each category, as well as how many I'm allowed to buy. And for foundation, I've kind of like back and forth on my decision for it. Part of me is like, I shouldn't buy any because I don't need it. I clearly don't need it. Other part of me is just like, well, like saying I can't buy any for saying I can buy 1 this year or the year of 2025, that would really make me think very hard about each purchase that I'm making. So if I do see a foundation I like, then I really need to decide, is it worth it to be that one? So I'm thinking of leaning more towards that because in the past when I do the like, I'm not allowed to buy this at all, I've kind of struggled with it, and it's helped recently just because I'm aware of the number of foundations I have, and I'm just like, nope, like 2024 I'm not buying anymore. For 2025, I think having that like permissible one item for me, I think that might work better. Okay, this next category I did much better, and that is concealer. So I finished one and I bought 3. Though one is like a color correcting palette, but like 2 of the shades in there I used as a concealer, so I counted it as that. And I think that's really reasonable, especially because the ones that I bought I actually like way more than the one I finished. So I'm okay with that. Next category is mascara, and this one I don't usually have any issues with. So I finished 5 and I bought 3, which I think is fine. And a lot of these, it wasn't even like me buying, or it was me buying, but I mean like I would get like a Sephora like favorites kit or something like that, so they were included. But I feel like I should still like break it down by category because it's something that I'm bringing into my collection. I know for sure one of the mascaras was that where it was in a kit and I didn't even like it. Next category, I'm not sure why I even bought many in this one. So that's eyeliner, and I finished 1 and I bought 3, and I'm pretty upset because one of them I hate so much. I'm probably going to declutter it soon because it just doesn't work to like what it was marketed as, and it really just frustrates me that I spent so much money on it. But I do think like it's still a reasonable number that I'm okay with having 3 eyeliners. It will probably be 2 soon, so I'm okay with that. Another category I feel pretty okay in, and that's brow products. So I finished 5 and I bought 3. It's pretty reasonable, I think. And most of the time when I was buying one, it was because I had just finished some. Honestly, I haven't been using brow products as much lately. I usually like to have like a brow pencil and a brow gel on hand just for those days that I need a little bit more. I have been tinting my brows, so those 10 to 15 minutes once every 2 weeks has really helped with having to use less product. So moving forward, I will probably stick with that, and I shouldn't be seeing too many brow products. This next category is blush, and I really thought it would get way more out of hand than it did. Not even close to how many foundations I bought. So I finished 1 full-size blush, and then I bought 5. So some were minis, I will say. So I feel a little better about that. Again, that's still a lot of blushes that no one needs. And the one that I finished this year was like really early in the year, and in another product where I had been working for like 2 years to finish this blush. So based on that, I have 10 years of blush to finish based on just the ones that I bought this year, and I have more than that. So next year I have a very, very large goal. I think I'm planning on finishing like 3 or 4 blushes. I think I can do it, we'll see. I just really want to only have products that I know and love. I love testing new stuff, but I also hate having products that I hate and then trying to finish them. This next category also isn't too bad. So this is bronzer slash contour, and I finished 1, but I bought 3. And like, I think that's fine, honestly. Like, I only have 2 bronzers and then I think 2 contours. So it really was just having like different formulas of it. So I'm okay with that number. Another category where I have just like dived right in and have expanded what I have in that category, and that is setting powder. I have dry skin, and before I would never touch powder products, and I'm not sure what it is. I think like last fall or December time, I really started exploring powder products, and I have quickly fallen in love. So setting powder has just been something I have been loving lately. I love loose setting powder, and it really can work with dry skin. I don't know what I was thinking. But I finished 2 and I bought 4. I don't need 4 different setting powders, you know. One is like a firm, like not loose powder, so that's fine. That's like the only different one. And then I have 2 loose like pink setting powders, and then one is more of just a translucent one. So again, I don't need 2 pink ones, but it's just something that I really wanted to have. And another thing, both of the setting powders I did finish, they were both minis. So technically I really just finished 1 and then I bought 4, which if you look at it like that, it looks a little worse. I think I'm going to make good progress next year, and I am literally not allowed to buy any unless I finish like all loose powder or all pressed powder. This next category category is setting spray, and it kind of just equaled out in the end. So I finished 4 and I bought 4. And like, I think that's fine. I usually only have 1 to 2 setting sprays at a time. And I think earlier in the year I had finished 2 of mine at the same time. So that's why I allowed myself to buy some. And then recently I've just been wanting to test some and kind of just try different ones that I haven't in the past. I think as long as like I'm bringing in the same amount that I'm taking out, it's fine. It's more of the categories that I'm worried about where I'm bringing in way more than I'm finishing. This next category was really just like expanding what I have, because I only had a few lip liners at a time. I think I only had like 2, 3 to start with, so I did kind of buy some more this year. I finished 1 full size and I bought 4, though I'm really close to finishing a mini. So 1.5 would be finished. I feel like it's fine because I have so many lip products and not all my lip liners work well with them. Like, you can't take a bright red and pair it with a neutral or like a berry shade. So in my mind that makes sense. But again, I don't want to have such a vast collection of products that aren't getting used. This next category I am a little embarrassed about because I did set rules earlier in the year. Clearly I wasn't following, and that is lip products. So I finished 11 and I bought 11. My rule this year was that for every 2 I finish, I can buy 1. And honestly, like, I think I know where this happened. So very early in the year, I hadn't set this. I'd set this like when I started my YouTube channel, which was in May. So I did have a few months where I know for sure I bought some lip products and I didn't have this rule. And then once I started project panning, like, or at least like making content from my project panning, I was like, okay, I need to make some progress on these. And then that's when I set my rule. Then I do know I broke it once. I like hadn't I had finished 1 product and I need 1 more to be able to buy a product, and then I think I bought 2 lip products during that time. So just something I want to be more mindful of. I think I'm going to go forward with that same rule and hopefully I do follow it next year, but I already know like I have specific products that I want to finish. This next product, I am very happy for this. This is a good win for me, and that is nail polish. I have a very large collection of nail polish throughout the like past like 5-6 years. I have gone crazy in buying nail polish and just having so much fun with it. Nail polish lasts forever, so like I'm okay with that. And this year was a goal of just not buying any because I have so many and I just really needed to work through some. For me, the draw of buying new nail polish is that like the different finishes, the colors, like really has just taken a toll. Not even a toll, but like I don't have room for more nail polish. Like I have a container that holds I think like 100 and something, and it's overflowing because I don't have room for it. So I really want my nail polish collection to just fit in that container. So that is my goal. And this year I finished 9 polishes and I only bought 2, and the 2 I bought were top coats. So like I think that's okay. Like I need a top coat for my nails. I am really happy with that goal, and I'm kind of thinking of doing the same thing for next year. This next category is skincare, and again I'm blown away by how many products I finished in a year. I finished 33 products and I bought 16. So this is like products that wouldn't fit into the moisturizer or like lotion category, and I don't know, some were so random or like just 1 product in the category, so I didn't want to split it all up. I know I'm a skincare junkie, but I was not expecting that many products. And you know, I'm fine with the 16 that I bought because I know for sure like 4 of them are my elf makeup remover, you know what I mean? So I'm okay with that, though I am really curious to see how many I finish next year because again, this is a category where it's only going to be a replacement only of like good products that I know and love, and I really just want to decrease the size of products that I have because I don't need all these skincare products, face washes, makeup removers, so I think that's fine, but you really don't need too much in a routine. This is probably the second best category I would say, and this is hair products. And again, a product where like I like trying new things, but then you get something that you don't like and then it gets pushed to the back of your cabinets, and it was really just something I wanted to work on and finish as much as I could this year. I'm really happy with what I did. I finished 22 products and I only bought 6. So wow, I'm really happy with that. I know for sure I have some backups of like hair mask and like shampoo, conditioner, so I'm pretty good in that category, and that's why I wasn't buying so much. But then also like hair products last a while, and I also was working on products that were pushed back because I didn't like them. I kind of came to the general consensus that I still didn't like them, but it felt good to just finish things up and just get it out of here. It's such a hard time throwing away perfectly usable products even if I don't like them. I need to really just like face the decision, like, do I finish it up or do I just toss it? And that's kind of something that I was trying to face this year. And this last category is face mask and like eye mask, and I think I did pretty well. So I used 8 this year and then I only bought 2. One of the 2 was like a pack of little minis, but I count that as one. Like they're literally like this big, so I feel like counting it as one is fine. And then the other one was actually like a points sampler that I used, but like I used my points to get it, so I feel like that counts as bringing one in. So it looks like I just glossed over this category, but that is fragrance. And I have such a stock of little samplers that I've gotten throughout the years, and I really just wanted to use these all up and decide which ones I like. So I finished 26 sample sizes this year, which I think is really good. I was usually able to finish one like about a week and a half, kind of just depending. There were some days I definitely wasn't wearing anything, and then some of these were like deluxe samples, so it would take much longer than that time frame. And I'm really happy with that goal that I did. I finished almost all of them, though recently I have gotten a few from some purchases, and then I did purchase some. So I purchased 5 minis, not specifically a sample size, but a mini bottle of perfume, and then 3 full size, and one was actually like a body mist. It was Fleur body mist, so a bit cheaper than like a full size perfume. Yes, I did only use like very small amounts of fragrances, even though the number is higher. I was just able to decide which ones I like, and I kind of have like another Excel sheet of just reviewing every single one that I tried, so for future. But again, I do want to have just like products that I love, and I think it's okay to have a few fragrances. I definitely didn't need to buy this many, but I definitely try to focus these purchases around deals that I could save some money. So there is my list of products I finished this year, and I finished 162 and I bought 81. So at least the products out is way more than the products in. I'm very happy about that. But I am hoping to change those numbers for next year. Like I said, I am working on creating a list of my goals for every single product, of how many I want to finish and then how many I'm allowed to buy within a year, and really just focusing on that. I am planning a like 6-month no buy for 2025 that I'm hoping to take to the end of the year, and then maybe around like my birthday and the holidays I will allow myself some purchases, but it still needs to meet the criteria that I've set. If you made it this far in today's video, thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!